Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who has been giving us blessing and mercies. Salawat and salam always be given to our prophets Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness. I want to thank the lecturer of Philosophy of Educational course, Prof. Mahfud Junaedi, for giving me the opportunity to deliver the speech. As we gather here, let us embark on a journey of collaboration, innovation, and shared experience. Together, we can make this moment memorable and impactful. Welcome, and let the exchange of ideas begin. I would introduce myself. My name is Donie Razzaq Putra. I am the student of English Language Department in Wali Songo, Semarang. On this occasion, I am going to talk about the educational philosophy of anti-corruption values. When you hear the word corruption, what comes to your mind is something negative. The act of corruption judges the art of national life to the determinant of the state's finance and the welfare of the state. Corruption also has a broad impact because it damages the memorable of the national, disrupt the stability of state. Security disrupt the pace of the nation, violates human rights in international forums. Corruption also degrades the dignity of the nation and lowers investor confidence. Corruption has a very destructive impact on all aspects of national life and humanity. In education, the philosophy of incorporating anti-corruption values is paramount. Corruption, a cancer that eats away at the moral of fabric of society, requires a proactive approach in our educational institution. The philosophy of education should go beyond the mere transmission of information. It should be a beacon that guides individuals towards integrity, transparency, and accountability. The foundation of this philosophy is the belief that education is not only about acquiring skills and knowledge, but more importantly, about fostering a sense of ethical responsibility. By integrating anti-corruption values into the educational curriculum, we equip our next generation with the tools to resist the temptation that can lead to corruption practice. It is important to recognize that the fight against corruption is not solely the responsibility of law enforcement against it. It begins in the minds and hearts of individuals shaped by their educational experience. Educators therefore play a crucial role as a custodians of this philosophy, shaping young minds to become vigilant and principled citizens who rejects corruption. Indonesia is a hub country and absolutely rich. We have millions of different natural resources from the sea, forests, mining, and many more. Indonesia is predicted to be one of the developed countries which are about to take over the world. In fact, European countries often make the calculation that if the Indonesian people unite and work together to develop this country, Indonesia will become a superpower country like America or Russia. However, why has Indonesia not been able to be a developed country until now? Perhaps our country does not have the good human resources. However, I feel there is one thing that becomes the core of all the problems. All the problems that we have are absolutely come from corruption. Of course, corruption makes our country become unstable and does not have a solid system. The state's finances are destroyed. The development is going to be stunted, and ultimately, the people of Indonesia do not get the rights. Indonesian people are very miserable. Our country is not going to be well because the uneven development, but cancelled educational subsidy and the stunted development of public facilities. Several of us may not feel the impact of corruption directly, but our friends who live in the isolated areas feel it so much. They cannot cross the river because there is no bridge. They cannot be uneducated people, and they cannot connect to the world because they do not have internet access. In fact, they have the same opportunities to the people, the big city, but they haven't. Then, how to tackle corruption in this nation? How to wipe out the corruption? Well, ladies and gentlemen, to wipe the corruption now, we need much more patience and work harder. We must tell ourselves to not take something that does not belong to us. Corruption is begun by stealing something small and involves into a theft to the large sums of money. Train us to be afraid to take something that does not belong to us, and continue to be grateful for the sustenance that has been given by God. In addition, to teach yourself to keep working hard and do not take anything that is not your right. We also have to educate our children to have an independent attitude, honest, and forbid them to take other people's stuff without permission. Ladies and gentlemen, although corruption is a difficult problem to overcome, but I believe we can solve it. Indonesia requires us to unite, promote, and liberate the country from corruption. I think that's all can I say. I hope it can motivate you guys, and thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.